Yeah, okay. Hi everyone, I am Shriya Talwar and I'll be your host for this session on VMinclusion Taara. VMware's VMinclusion Taara is a unique return to work program for women who have been on a career break or for those who want to make a fresh start to reboot their career. This program is brought by VMware and Women Who Code. This program helps women by providing them free technical education and certification on cloud computing and virtualization. We have two amazing ladies with us to share more information about this session. Please join me in welcoming Harjeet, Pruthi, and Seetha, Lakshmi.
Thank you for having us, Shriya. Appreciate it.
Yeah, hi Harjeet, hi Seetha. Harjeet is a senior program manager for Diversity and Inclusion Center of Excellence for APJ region at VMware. She has over 15 plus years of experience. She has been with VMware for over 10 plus years and aims to keep the dialogue of diversity and inclusion going throughout the company as well as for the entire ecosystem. Hi, Harjeet. Seetha Lakshmi is an accomplished senior program manager and CSR professional with over 17 years of experience. She leads education and community programs and is currently the head of VMinclusion Taara program. Apart from that, she is an avid traveler. Welcome, Seetha. Yeah. Before I hand it over to them, I'd like all of you to see a short video of Taara. Yeah, just give me a minute.
No worries, we are chatting already.
Yeah. Just a second, I'm having a notification. Yeah.
We're all used to Zooms, Shriya. Nothing new.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
funny, right?
Yeah. I hope you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, there's no audio.
Yes, we can, but there's no audio now.
Oh, okay. Is it? Just give me a minute.
Also.
Yeah. We'll give another minute, Shriya. If the video thing doesn't work, it's okay. We can just jump right in.
Yeah, just a minute.
In the meantime, Seetha, are you okay if I just start asking questions to the 25 odd people that are on this session? Let's start engaging with them, if that's all
Sure,
right.
absolutely. No problem. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
thank you all for joining.
Is it on?
Perfect. Okay, let's watch that video first.
Yeah.
VMinclusion Taara changed my life. I had almost given up hopes for restarting my career.
This program has really helped me to upskill myself in digital business technologies and virtualization.
I'll hand it over to you guys
Thank
now.
you, Shriya.
Okay.
Thanks, Shriya. You can still hear us, right? Wonderful. Brilliant. So, how many of you had your hearts thumping while listening to the background music? Mine sure did. It's a very catchy music and something like your real life story, right? When you're thinking about things and when you're kind of looking through what you're currently going, or maybe a person you know who is currently not working. So, firstly, thank you all for your time, especially during the lunch hour, to meet with us to talk about why it is important for women to return to work. Seetha and I are super excited to be here to just help you understand what this program is. Thanks, Pavitra. The background music, especially the idea of Tara, is heart pumping and overwhelming for all of us here at Women Who Code and VMware. And I just wanted to touch base upon a storyline. So we have approximately 40 minutes. And I just want to ensure that we are able to answer everybody's questions. So, a couple of guidelines, please. Number one, we would love to answer your questions. So, please make sure you write a detailed question and then click on send. Feel free to ask questions. No question is silly. Fire away. Seetha and I are here to help you answer them. We will run you through a detailed slide deck. But before we proceed, I just want to understand from the audience that we have today. Can you please let me know how many of you are actually on a career break, or how many of you are know someone who is on a career break, or how many of you know a fellow friend who graduated out of college and does not have a job as we speak at this point of time during the COVID timeframe? So you can just say I or +1 or I know somebody on the session chat. Thank you, Simonoj, for volunteering being the first one to answer. Neha Agarwal says, I know people who are on a break. That's great. Anybody else who would like to contribute, please feel free to do so. So, VMinclusion Taara has a very unique thought process around this. So, the background of this, if you can go to the next slide, Seetha, please. It goes back to, I say, April 2018, when Duncan Hewitt, who is the senior vice president of VMware for the APJ region, thought about how we can help women in general, right? How can we increase the number of women in the workforce? And there is one person, her name is Padmini Trimulachar, who was also a part of one of the panel discussions today as a moderator. She asked a very unique question. She asked, Duncan, how can we have more women in technology? And what is VMware doing specifically for getting these women into the workforce? Now, she didn't ask a question about returnees or new college graduates or overall. She just made a statement. Right now, there is a declining female workforce participation. How do we level up this number? Right? So we went back. Duncan went and spoke to the head of HR and everybody else, and he said, we need to figure out the female participation ratio. And India is the second biggest center for VMware across the world, and the largest center for VMware in the Asia Pacific and Japan region. How can we target the largest ecosystem that exists in India? Now, as you know, VMware India exists in Bangalore, Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, and Gurgaon. Uh, and practically, it is one of the associated in many of the IT regions of India. So he said, let's look at India's statistics. And here is the ground reality based on what we did as a research in 2018, which is almost 2 years ago, that in 1990, India women participation ratio at the workforce was 34%. In 2015, it dropped down to 25%. And the recent survey that is in 2019, end of 2019, it has unfortunately dropped down to 20%. How many of you knew this? So I would be really surprised that if anybody of you kind of attended one of my previous webinars might have known it. But honestly, to me personally, it was shocking. And on looking at a perspective of the GDP standpoint, 17% of women, if they were working, is has a economic contribution of Indian women is less than half the global average. And if you put all of these women together in a city, it would be the third largest city of the world, right? Imagine that. That is the number of amount of women power in technology that we have in India alone today, and all of them are actually not working. Shocking, according to me. And this is where, Duncan said, you know what? We want these women to actually come back to the industry, and not only for VMware, but for the industry in India, so that the economy of India increases and improves. And that is why Tara came to life, and that is how Tara came to life. And that is where, I got involved to look at the execution. So, you have the regular ADDIE model: assess, design, develop, implement, and execute. So I got infused into the program when the implementation phase was going on, and I kind of did a background understanding of what happened. So this is the story of how Tara came to life and why Tara came to life, right? Moving on to the next slide, please. You will see my regular slide, which talks about the challenge. Women are quitting the workforce for what reasons? It is usually maternity leave, childcare, elderly care, and relocation. And this is a normal aspect of why women are leaving and quitting the workforce. And majority of them would like to come back to work when their children are able to walk, or they can send them to daycare, or especially now that is a different new normal. But especially when they think that they can come back to work, and that normally is between 5 to 8 years. And by the time they decide to come back to work, the technology changes so rapidly that they are outdated in their skill set. Hence, we thought, why not empower these women of India by giving them an option to learn how to fish? And that learning how to fish is provided by VMware, sponsored by VMware, absolutely free of cost. So not only are we giving them free technical training and on cloud computing and virtualization, but we are also giving them certification absolutely free of cost. So remember, you have an opportunity to help someone get $3,000 worth of training for this specific individual, free of cost, sponsored by and paid by VMware. And not only that, we are giving free certification as well. And what are the products that they're getting trained on? Well, the entire world is going into the aspect of cloud computing and virtualization. Companies such as SBI, Cognizant, Dell, NTT Data, Religare Healthcare, Book My Show, all of them are using cloud computing. In fact, for the matter, how many of you have heard of Akshay Kalpa, the dairy company? Akshay Kalpa is a dairy company, and it's on the cloud virtual infrastructure. So when the individual gets certified, whether it's tech or non-tech, gets certified in cloud computing, they can not only look at opportunities of job application with VMware, but also with VMware customers and partners. How many of you know how many customers and partners VMware has? Can you probably help me with the answer using the chat option? And this is open to all the attendees. So how many customers and partners does VMware have across the world? I'm not talking about India. Sumita, you cheated, man. Thanks, Anuradha. Thanks, Sumita. Thanks, Monita. Yes, we have about 75,000 partners and about 500,000 customers across the world that use VMware technology. And I'm proud to also let you know that we are in the top 500 list of Fortune 500 companies, of course. We stand at rank 62 for diversity and inclusion. And the best of all, we've gotten a lot of awards across 2019 and 2020. So yes, I'm very proud of the organization that I'm working for over a decade now, and I just enjoy it here. I'm going to be handing it over to Seetha to run through the eligibility and the rest of the channels of Tara. Thank you, Seetha. I hope I've covered everything you wanted me to cover.
Yeah, thanks, Harjeet, for setting the stage and welcome everyone again. Like Harjeet mentioned, I'll walk you through the eligibility criteria for VMinclusion Taara. Now that we know the program is unique in nature and it's for women who are on a career break and want to come back to workforce. We have set a certain eligibility criteria so that maximum number of you out there can make use of it. So the first one, of course, it's open to women only and has to be a citizen of India residing within the jurisdiction of India territorial region. And it's also open for women who have completed her graduation and not been able to secure a job for the last 6 months. So what we do through the program, like Harjeet mentioned, we will upskill around 15,000 women and by providing free technical training in cloud computing and virtualization technologies. So the 3 levels that we have designed is basic, intermediate, and advanced. I will walk you through as to what are all the badges or certifications that can be earned through the VMinclusion Taara program. Yeah, of course. So after that, will become the Santa towards the end. Thanks, Harjeet, for mentioning that. Yeah. So we have the learning paths designed so that it's easy for anybody who is out on a career break. So the program intends to help you bridge that gap from where you left off and what's current in the market and everybody. The mantra is cloud computing and virtualization. Name it, like Harjeet mentioned, Book My Show or Akshay Kalpa or Reliance, or you just take any vertical. We do have a cloud infrastructure there. So the training is designed in such a way that we have 3 levels. Level 1 is your VMware certified associate, where on digital business transformation, which is the basic level. It gives you an insight into the entire solutions that VMware has to offer. And the intermediate level is the professional level, where you do your base level training, which is the vSphere. vSphere is the base level product where all the other solutions reside on. The third one is the advanced level, where you do your specialization, be it on data center virtualization or desktop mobility or network virtualization or cloud management of automation for that matter. So each of these level, you get 3 different badges. One is your course completion certificate. One is your Taara level badge 1 for the level 1, and you get a VMware certified associate for digital business transformation, along with your course completion certificate, of course. So, and these certificates and the badges that we are talking about holds very good value in the market. So it's the minute somebody completes it, we ask them to go ahead and update their LinkedIn profile or CVs with these badges to increase their chances to be recognized in the industry today. Anything you want to add here, Harjeet?
Yeah, I just want to add, this is my brutally honest side that comes forward, Seetha.
Yeah.
If women need to get certified from a corporate level, the level 1, 2, and 3 courses is worth $4,500.
Absolutely.
And just want to call out, because that's something that I would not want to spend from my own pocket. Now, if I'm getting someone to give it to me for free, I'm going to pinch myself and say, really? Because what is in it for VMware, right? Why is VMware giving it for free? I mean, what do you get out of it? What does VMware get out of it? Honestly, nothing. We don't get anything out of it, because the money is going from the Women in Tech cost center, which Seetha is a part of, to the education cost center. We are basically providing this as a scholarship for you, as a part of our responsibility for improving the things that are here in India generally, right? When I started my career 15 years ago, and Seetha, uh, I hope you can relate with me.
Yeah.
My first team had 40 men, and I was the only woman,
Yeah.
right? And it's been a long journey. Finally, I see a fellow female person working with me now. But at that time, when we Seetha and I started our careers, we never had women role models.
Yes.
It's not like I'm saying that men are not role models. Please don't get me wrong. All I'm saying here is it would love to see your own gender to be role models as well. So I make it a point, and Seetha also makes it a point, to have the power of difference coming in together, get an opinion of men and women. But what if women wanted to get back to work and they never had a platform to begin with? Now, you have a platform, you have lost confidence because of your career break. How do you get that confidence back? By learning, by upskilling. In fact, Seetha and I are ourselves going to upskill ourselves, and it's a journey for us. We've not stopped learning over the last 15, 17 years. We learn new things every day. I'm not saying that being a mom or being a wonderful wife is not learning, but I'm talking about specifically from a professional standpoint, right? So I just want to add, this is a too good to be true opportunity. Please do not mess it up by not taking it. Get level 1 certified. Nobody is stopping you from even applying for jobs at our competitors website. It is open for you to apply for jobs across the industry in VMware. So complete your level. My suggestion, focus on completing level 1, because level 1 is only 3 hours in duration. You can in fact get certified by Tuesday, right? You'll get your voucher free of cost, get certified by Tuesday. And after you get certified, start applying for jobs, because you're not going to get a job in one day. It's a journey.
Yeah.
You will take 2 to 3 to 6 months to get a job. While you're searching for a job, finish your certification, so that you women are amazing at multitasking. Why can't you do the same thing here? So that
Absolutely.
would be my mentoring suggestion.
Thanks, Harjeet. So the courses are free, absolutely free, and on online platforms, and you can take it at the convenience of your home. And now that the given situation, the level 3 exam also can be given from your homes, and you don't even have to step out for that. So somebody has asked a question: how long is the duration of the course? Like Harjeet mentioned, level 1 is 3 hours, level 2 is 40 hours of theory and 40 hours of lab, and the same with the level 3 as well. So it depends upon how quickly you can complete it, and your learning capacity, of course. So you can go ahead and give the exam accordingly. So moving on, so how do we enable Tara candidates? So we have a social platform, just like the Facebook. This is something internal to VMware, of course, but Harjeet has managed to get a approval to have it externally too, where we get all our Tara candidates and VMware VMinclusion Taara evangelists and some of the employees who wish to help the Tara candidates. All of us are on this social page. We extend the invite to all the Tara candidates, and where they can share their experiences about level 1, level 2, or level 3, or if they face any difficulties, they can come and approach. And we also publish all our webinars, technical webinar, program briefing webinar, soft skills webinar. All the recordings and the upcoming sessions are posted here for our Tara candidates to go ahead and see. The invite is, the sign up is by invite only, and for Tara candidates, so that we help each other and develop a broader community here. Here are some of our great success stories where our Tara graduates have graduated and secured that dream job they have always wanted to be in. And Medium blog post, medium.com/TaraInU. If you can visit the website, you can see the stories of some amazing stories. In fact, some are really heart touching as to how they completed the learning journey, or even while they were still learning, how they secured a job and how they've settled now. So Harjeet, would you want to add anything here?
Yeah, I just want to ask the audience again, trick question, right? I'm going to be making sure that the audience feel engaged. Did you know that we have a few graduates who are from a non-technical education background, and they are now started their new career in IT? Would you believe me, Seetha?
Absolutely. Yeah.
If she can
Why
do
can't
it,
I?
why can't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's what we have been mentioning in each of our briefing webinars or program webinars. That it is open to all, whatever your graduation background or whatever your prior experience would be. Even if you're not from an IT background, you are welcome to log on to Tara website, go through the level 1 course, and decide for yourself. It's open to everyone. So, some of these stories are
Yes.
really heart touching, like I mentioned. So, Harjeet, you can mention, sorry.
And sorry, I was just saying, if you just go right now in terms of cloud computing jobs in India, just a random Google search that I'm doing right now, you will see there are 41,135 cloud computing jobs on Naukri. I'm not kidding you. You also have 7,000 jobs on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, it says 592 new jobs, where 26,000 jobs are relating to cloud computing. Oh, and I also see a very, very sweet, simple article that talks about India to see over 1 million cloud
Oh,
computing 2022. So if
yeah,
you are not going to take this seriously now, guys, then it's like you missed a train. And that train is going really fast. So you might want to double think about it. I've just kind of pasted that Economic Times article here. Just a simple Google search, and you will see what I'm talking about. And the question that I normally get, Vinitra and Shriya from the audience, which they haven't gotten to me yet, is this certification and upskilling is all okay, but how to get a job, Harjeet? Well, like Sita has mentioned, we're not only giving you training on technical aspect, we are also have given training on soft skills. For example, how to ace an interview, how to communicate during an interview, how to write effective emails for requesting for jobs. See, guys, just because you get certified does not mean the company is going to come and say, okay, beta, here is your job. You have to
yep,
work hard. When I talk about equality, I really mean equality, right? Just because a man has completed a certification does not mean "Yele beta, you have done your masters, here's your job." You have to have a sense of earning. What more better to have a sense of earning, of working hard and getting a promotion you deserve, or getting a job that you want to get back to work to deserve it, right? So please ensure that you understand Tara gives you free technical training and certification, not only technical but on a soft skills. Sita and I are here to mentor you. We have also the social media platform where you can write in your questions. If Asha can help Sapna, Sapna can help Vinitra, Vinitra can help Shriya, and Shriya can help Sita, Sita can help Harjeet.
yeah,
This makes it a community. People do not join companies, they join communities. And this is the community you want to join in terms of getting your support in place. So ensure that you not only evangelize it, you also talk to your friends and families about it, because each and every one of you who is on this call right now, I can see about 40 plus people, which is great. Numbers are increasing, but ensure that you are an agent of change, because each and every one of us can become an agent of change, and all of you are the said agents of
true.
change.
Completely agree, Harjeet. So I was running a session last week, and we had a Tara graduate who was mentioning exactly the same, where she was motivated by another Tara candidate, and then finally, she took that step, completed her level 2, I guess, level 1 or 2, and then the minute she went and told the other person that, hey, look, I could finish it, so can you? And next day morning when she wakes up, she sees that the other person also has completed the level, and that's how you work together, and that's the very reason why we have the VMware social platform for you. Yeah.
Correct. And the best part, one thing that I really like about it, Sita, is jab, I'm sorry, a local thing comes out every time when I'm super excited. So if you look at the social community nowadays, right? Everybody pushes, I'm a level 1 graduate, I'm a level 1 graduate. And when you have 1,000 plus women on that community, they get excited, they get motivated. Oh, even I want to become a level 1 graduate. So why can't you, I'm not talking about women here alone, right? I'm talking about men need to support their women. It could be their wife, it could be their sister, it could be their nephew, it
Nice.
could be a niece. Harjeet, niece. um but at the end of the day, men are even
Yeah,
bigger agents of change, right? And they just don't realize that men have a very unique responsibility. Women are not built with confidence. They are, this is a confidence they get over a period of time. 15 years later, 15 years ago, Sita, if you would have met me, you would have said, what is this woman? She doesn't even know how to talk. 15 years later, I'm encouraged, I'm pushed, I have the support of my family. And that's why I'm able to talk about it right now. Similarly, if there are any men on this call right now, we thank you for your support, but we encourage you to further support the women in your lives. It could even be a neighbor, it could be anybody that you
true,
know who's currently not
true.
working. So be the
Thanks,
agents of
Harjeet.
change.
So, moving on, we have the government and industry support for VMinclusion Taara. So, we did sign up with the Telangana government. There, we have initiative where they will help us. Promote the VMinclusion Taara program, and we are working with them to see how best they can hire from this pool of candidates. So we also have NTT, Cognizant, and many others in the industry, and we are still working with other big organizations who have come forward to support VMinclusion Taara, knowing that it's a wonderful program. Now, how we would like to partner with them is by helping them access to this pool of VMinclusion Taara candidates, and they can hire from this particular pool. And they will also help us evangelize the Tara program so that the reach is extended to as many women as possible. The latest Zinov Awards that VMware bagged on inclusion and diversity and inclusion, the biggest program under that banner was VMinclusion Tara, and we take very pride in announcing that today.
Yeah, I was super excited,
Yes,
right? If you
sure, sure.
just go back to the one slide, if you don't mind, I just want to add one more point to the audience. So, why are we talking about industry support, right? I know Sita has covered it, that we have entity, we have Telangana government. There is a unique reason why the government is supporting us, and there's a unique reason why entity is supporting us, and all the other corporates are supporting us. Number one, the reason is they also believe in the thought process
Yes.
of the journey. Again, it is not the destination, it is the journey. Two, if you go to the VHub website, again, they never had anything on return to work programs. And they thought, why not leverage the VMware platform? Three, one of the key reasons why VMware got an award for inclusion and diversity was Tara. And because of the scale at which it has an impact. If you have heard any other company impacting 15,000 women, please let me know. Because I do not see any other, be it our own customers and partners, or be it a competitor, touching the lives or enabling the lives of 15,000 women. And that is one of the reasons why we got this unique, prestigious Zinov Award just announced on July 31st, 2020. I remember I had Sita I worked about 150 hours to submit this award from my personal time so that people know the value it
True.
carries, right? So please understand, we are trying to make an impact through the back end, trying to make an impact to make sure you don't know what's happening in the back end, how much effort Sita and I are putting in our heart, sweat, and now blood. Now, if you do not pursue it seriously or get your family members to pursue it seriously, all the blood that we've lost, not fat, blood that we've lost is going to go to waste, right? I know I'm talking about blood here, but trust me, if you can do fat transfusion, I would definitely go that route. But I really would like you to understand that this is an industry movement. All of you are the agents of
True.
change.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Harjeet. So, how can you help? How can we get some help from you? So, we would want you to become the Tara evangelist and be that agent of change, like Harjeet mentioned. So, if you know of somebody who is on a career break, or a community which is completely with women, or your apartment group, women's group. I'm sure all of us who reside in an apartment, we have the group exclusively for women, or your college group, your school group. If you know of somebody, you can definitely go ahead and promote the VMInclusion Taara program, so that it benefits somebody who has that little fire in them to come back to work, and something is holding them back. Let them know that there is a platform out there which can help her, and bring her back to work with by giving her or the necessary skills that is required today. So you can connect with us on the LinkedIn page, and whatever the promotions that we go ahead and publish there, you can go ahead and re-forward it, or you can join our social media handles, and the minute you see anything on Tara, you can just go ahead and put it across in all the groups that you are a part of, which has a larger concentration of women. For any questions, you can route your friends, or if you are a woman who is on a career break and are looking to come back to work, you can write to us on Tara_VMinclusion at VMware.com, and we'll be more than happy to help you out here. So share this email address with whoever wants to know more, and we will definitely help them, handhold them, and get them onto the program and see that they are successful.
I think we can pause here to see if there are any further questions, Vinitra or Shriya, for us that have not been answered in the chat while I was multitasking. See,
All
Seetha,
done.
I have your back.
Thanks, Harjeet, as always.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's an
Thanks.
interactive session actually. You have answered almost all the questions. So actually it's a kind of a time check. Yeah.
Can I just saw one more question
Yeah.
about architect. So guys, there's one person, I'm sorry I forget the name, there's a lot of chat going on. Guys, architect for cloud computing cannot happen overnight. Okay, it is a journey, right? So number one, you need to go finish level class 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 college, and then get a job. Similarly, in Tara, you can't just jump directly to being an architect. Level 1 is associate, level 2 is foundation expert, level 3 is professional, and then you become an architect. First, cross that 3 levels of journey, and then you can think about becoming an architect, because architect requires actual hands-on job experience. You can't just become an architect like that, right? So I'm just making sure you understand the definition in the cloud space is a little different. You first have to start with the journey. The journey is level 1 associate, level 2 professional as a foundation, and level 3 is professional. After that, you go ahead and become an architect. For that matter, you become a design expert. Forget that. You can become a principal. Nobody is stopping you, right? But keep a vision in mind to make sure you go through a journey. It's very important for you to enjoy that journey.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Shriya. I just want to make sure the person is not
Yeah,
left
I know. It's
unanswered.
fine. Yeah, we can do the quiz
Thanks,
now
Harjeet.
because we are running
Yeah.
short of time actually. Yeah.
Let's become the Santas.
Sure.
So
Let's become
yeah.
Santa.
Okay,
I want
so
prize.
you have 30 seconds to answer the question that you see on the screen. And Shriya, you can announce how you're going to choose the person.
Yeah, the first. Yeah.
After the event, I think.
Selecting the winners at the closing note. We'll be announcing. Please answer this
Wonderful.
question in the chat.
Sure.
What is the eligibility criteria to enroll into the VMinclusion Taara program? We
Not
have
a
to do a
completely
dipstick
correct
now. Huh?
answer.
Write your full answer,
answer.
guys. Yeah, you need the full answer. You
Yeah.
break it down. Price bada.
Price illa.
Illa, sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
We need all the eligibility
There's not a
criteria.
single.
So not just one that, like how you're mentioning, we need all the eligibility criteria mentioned in one single answer.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for that
We
answer.
got one. Yeah.
We found a winner. Is it the same person I'm
Yes.
looking at? Who is that? Let's look. Just making sure you also have the same person in mind.
Yeah. Okay. We can go to the second.
Okay.
All right, let's
So
move
we'll
on to
move
the next
on to the
question.
next question. Thanks for answering the first one. What is the one innovative way you think you can evangelize the VMinclusion Taara program?
Very smart
Thanks,
question,
Be creative.
Seetha. Only one person could think of an innovative way. You have 30 seconds
Quality.
remaining. I'm not quite sure I understand quality, Manoj. I'm sorry.
Building
Building a community.
community.
Interesting.
That's apartment group.
As in like घर का अच्छा
Yeah.
apartment को. I'm like community banao ऐसा get all
Be the
everybody
agent of
joined.
change for women. Nice.
Society groups. How, Tejaswini? How is the question? Be the first completing the Taara level 3 and then mentioning it various forums. Vidya, congratulations.
Okay.
All right. I'll let you both
Yeah.
decide on the winner, right? Wonderful answers that I've come across. But that's it. If you guys have further questions, you can write to Taara_VMinclusion. Frequently asked questions are available. Over to you to close the
Thanks,
event,
Shriya.
please.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Harjeet.
Yeah. Thanks, Seetha. Thanks, Harjeet. Both of you. It was a very interactive session, and I'm sure our audience loved it. So this brings us to the closing of this session as well as this event. Please, I request you all to please move to the stage for the closing notes because we'll be announcing the winners. Thank you.